Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
我们的节目提供多种语言，请看 suprememastertv.com/schedule。
Whenever people talk about wellness, they talk about diet, nutrition, exercise, meditation, relaxation, but very rarely do they talk about creativity as being an essential pillar. And I think it really is, because when we tap into our creativity, it's so enlivening, it's energizing.
Continue watching to find out more.
A1Kya means how are you in the Ainu language. My name is Haruzo. The Ainu, an indigenous people native to Russia's Sakhalin Island in northern Japan, wish you a contented heart filled with love and compassion. Welcome to today's program, Healing Through Playing with Art, Art Therapist, Joan Stanford, Vegan, Part 3 of 3. Art therapy encourages people to express and understand their emotions by way of artistic expression through drawing, painting, collaging, coloring, sculpting, and creating digital art. The activity itself and the creative process are considered the therapeutic components. Some art therapists take it a step further and help people decode the nonverbal messages, symbols, and metaphors found in the resulting art pieces. Thus, clients may be better able to understand their feelings and behaviors, which lead to relieving stress, improving symptoms of anxiety and depression, and coping with physical illness or disability. Joan Stanford is a board-certified art therapist, the author of The Art of Play, Ignite Your Imagination to Unlock Insight, Healing, and Joy, and co-founder of the Mendocino Center for Living Well in Mendocino, California, USA. Joan has been facilitating creativity groups for over 20 years, encouraging people of all ages to expand their awareness through playing with art materials. She also offers imagination play shops at her wellness center. In the two last episodes, Ms. Stanford shared with us how she came to discover the world of art therapy and how it generates therapeutic effects in people, as well as helps them to make a deeper connection to their inner selves. Today, Joan will continue to elaborate on how this treatment modality assists individuals to achieve better lives and how creativity is associated with our physical wellness.
whenever people talk about wellness, they talk about diet, nutrition, exercise, meditation, relaxation, but very rarely do they talk about creativity as being an essential pillar. And I think it really is, because when we tap into our creativity, it's so enlivening, it's energizing.
The World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Health is also represented by the harmony of our body, mind, and soul. Joan considers that exercising our inherent artistic nature is also an important factor in maintaining a balanced state of mind and optimum physical wellness.
So how it affects health is, I think, when that is shut down, it is a deadening thing. And to be healthy is to be fully alive and open to stimulation, not shut down, and not tunnel vision.
Day in, day out.
Day in, day out. You know, I compare it to like driving from here to Fort Bragg. It's an 8-mile trip. You do it day after day after day, and you stop seeing anything. But if you take a different route, if you just go on a little side road, you see different things because it's new. It's like people traveling. And I think it's the same way when you do anything with art. It's changing things. And we need to do that to stay awake. It's easy to go to sleep.
Being an art therapist, Joan shares a practical technique that helps stimulate the imagination and can positively transform the way we see things when facing troubled relationships or other issues in life.
Honestly, it's amazing how you don't need to have any experience at all with doing the art to have the insight come from it. I remember doing it in my training for myself, and I've used it with several people, including couples, was where you do with just construction paper. You do the first one is what's the situation, what's the problem, and the second one would be the worst outcome of that. And this is just with construction paper and pulling it, making shapes and using different colors and gluing it down or putting it down on the page. And then the third one is what would be the best outcome. And the fourth one is what if? What if you just kind of anything would be possible? And the what if piece brings totally in the imagination, and it gets you out of this black and white thinking like it's bad, it's only going to get worse. Oh, if only, you know, if it could get better, this would be the ideal situation.
We'll take a moment for a constructive message and be right back. Please stay tuned to Spring Master Television. Welcome back to our program, Healing Through Playing with Art. Art therapist Joan Stanford, vegan, part 3 of 3. There is a harmful habit that may subconsciously hurt our health and lessen our will to progress forward in life, and that is being negative. Joan teaches a class called Artful Nutrition and explains how the creative process she teaches in this course can help remove negative thoughts.
My part in that is to get to the underlying saboteur that tends to get in the way of your good intentions. So I've usually had them make some representation of that voice inside them that says, oh, you'll never do it, or you're not worthy of being healthy, or, you're too this or you're too that. That very nasty, nagging voice that stops our good intentions. And so, again, it's a very emotional process for a lot of people because it's a message they heard from someone else usually, that they're not good enough or whatever. And I'll have them make some representation of that voice or that critic, I call it the inner saboteur, because to me it's the underminer, and it stops you from doing what you say you want to do.
In terms of nourishment, a vegan diet is recommended by doctors and been proven in numerous scientific studies to be the most healthy and energizing lifestyle choice. By not consuming animals, our mental wellness is also uplifted as our conscience is clear. Joan and her husband Jeff are both vegan, and she now shares with us why they chose plant-based eating, as well as how it benefits them.
We did a lot of radio interviews, and we both said it was like we essentially see it as eliminating a huge conflict. And I think whenever you can eliminate conflict in yourself, inner conflict, two voices, you're more at peace. And when you're more at peace, you're healthier and you're happier. And for us, the conflict was loving animals and knowing we would never do anything to hurt an animal, but eating things that meant someone else had done that. So we were asking someone else essentially to kill something for us. And it wasn't out of necessity. We weren't in the tundra, with no other options. We were able to go to the grocery store and get nutritious ingredients, or grow them, in our case, we're lucky that way, and have healthy meals. So it was really out of love of animals, and it just took care of that once that we became aware of that. And also for us, once we became vegans, we started getting a lot of literature, and then we really saw all the other animal rights issues, and the health just was a wonderful byproduct. I really feel like Jeff and I are both healthier because we are vegan. I don't doubt it. But I also think we're happier because we know we're not part of that process of harming.
Obviously, Joan is very passionate and committed to sharing her knowledge about the healing properties of creating art. Lastly, we asked Joan about her personal goal in teaching and writing about art therapy.
Just to inspire other people, truly. I'm so grateful that it came into my life. And I don't know if people go away from these play shops that I offer here, committing to do it. But I know it's opened the door, and I know they've really had a good time. And Jeff has always said you should take a picture before and after, because they really do look younger because they've played. So that's my goal.
Famed German author and perceptual psychologist Dr. Rudolf Arnheim stated in one of his essays included in his book, To the Rescue of Art, art as a helper in times of trouble, as a means of understanding the conditions of human existence and of facing the frightening aspects of those conditions, as the creation of a meaningful order offering a refuge from the unmanageable confusion of outer reality. These most welcome aids are grasped by people in distress and used by the healers who come to their assistance. we thank Joan Stanford for presenting to us the special world of art therapy and sharing with us her insightful perspectives. For more information about Joan Stanford and her book, The Art of Play, please visit joanstanford.com. Gracious viewers, we are pleased to have you with us today for our program. May we always get in touch with our childlike spirit of creativity and embrace a thriving and colorful life.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/HL.